Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of Helen's Homework Podcast. Today we will be talking about Jesus' awesome mother, Mary. Whether Mary was sanctified before animation. I know what you're thinking, animation? What? Isn't that like in children's TV shows and stuff? Animation in this context means conception, and the answer to that question is no. The first reason St. Thomas gives is because you can't sanctify a soul unless it exists, right? So you can't save something that doesn't exist, I guess, yet, right? So she would have had to be conceived before she would be able to be saved. And the second reason is because we're all born with original sin. It's part of our, not our nature, I guess, because it was part of our fallen nature. That's what I mean. So she would have also have to be saved by God. So she did not have sanctification before animation. Whether Mary remained a virgin after Christ's birth. The short answer to this one is yes. I just want to take a moment and say how much I love how fired up St. Thomas Aquinas gets in this. Like, he's like, how dare you accuse Mary of not being an eternal virgin? I hate you all. So I just love it. It's great. So he gives 4 reasons for why she remained a virgin after Christ's birth. The first one is because Jesus Christ is the perfect son. And it would be really unfitting if he had siblings. Like, imagine if your brother was the king of the universe. Like, that would be wrong. Like, having another sibling, I guess, would reduce Jesus's... it would never reduce Jesus's perfection. But I guess it would just be wrong, because he's, like, the perfect son. He's amazing. Why, like, have siblings, I guess. The second reason is because it insults Mary that a human man should ruin the shrine of the Holy Ghost. You know, her womb is the shrine of the Holy Ghost, is what St. Thomas Aquinas is referring to. Just be like, I don't know, it kind of makes me cringe. Like, yeah, I agree with him. Like, no, men shouldn't violate her sacredness. The third reason is kind of like a two-parted one. It's that it should be, I guess, kind of acting ungrateful if she had intercourse again to try to get, like, more kids, because her son's perfect, and also because the Blessed Virgin, she'd be giving, like, the gift of her virginity away, even though she had a kid, which I think is, like, really cool, right? Like, that's such a special gift that she was a virgin and still had Jesus, and she'd be throwing that away, and that would be wrong. The fourth reason is because it would imply that Joseph violated her gift of being an eternal virgin, which would also be bad. So yes, Mary stayed an eternal virgin after Christ's birth. Whether Christ's soul was sanctified at the moment of conception. The answer to this question is yes, and it's because Jesus was perfectly God and man at the same time, and since he was the king of the universe, he was perfect. So he was sanctified immediately. Yeah, Jesus was perfect, so sanctification at the moment of conception. Whoop whoop. Whether Mary should be called the Mother of God. Yes, Mary should be called the Mother of God. Although you wouldn't think of her as, like, a mother who has, like, authority over God, or a mother who, I guess, created God. Like, you know how humans take a part in the creation of more humans. Although she didn't do that necessarily, Jesus was more like a gift to her. She should be called the Mother of God because she was placed in Jesus' life to help him as a child and to be with him. Also, since Jesus is both God and man, she is the Mother of God, right? Because she's the mother of Jesus. And since Jesus has a human nature, it's fitting that he would have a mom, because that's part of having, like, human nature, I guess. Yeah, so it's fitting that Mary should be called the Mother of God. Whether Mary had any labor pains. No, Mary did not have any labor pains, which I just find this one really interesting. Like, out of all of St. Thomas Aquinas' questions, this one's just kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, I want to become a nurse, so I find St. Thomas Aquinas' reasoning just kind of interesting here. Essentially, he explains that, like, Jesus was inside Mary's womb at, like, for 9 months, and then he was just, like, not. He didn't, like, pass through her cervix or her vagina or anything. He was just, like, like, hi, I'm here now. And they're like, whoa, cool. um, um, yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas kind of like, yeah, he just explains that didn't happen. So I kind of wonder if they knew Jesus was coming. Like, did she have, like, contractions? Because that's part of labor pains. So without contractions, I wonder, like, how they'd be like, oh, Jesus is coming now, you know? It's so cool. Um, yeah, so no, Mary did not have any labor pains because Jesus didn't come out of her. So, I mean, yeah, pretty cool. Well, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed my ranting again. We'll see if we'll do another one of these later. Bye.